Have a story you're looking to write but don't know where to start? This video is for you. If you're looking for tutorials on how to use Final Draft, DaVinci Resolve, Premiere, any of those things, look down into the description and you'll find links to all of those. But if you're looking to make your first film and write it today, let's get started. So I have a sample script here. This is a very, very quick, rough and dirty script that I put together. I usually give this to new screenwriters when we start, so you can just see how things are kind of laid out. And so what you're gonna see is you're gonna see some locations, you're gonna see some descriptions, you're gonna see some characters, and then you're gonna see some actual dialogue that's going on in here. So the first thing we're gonna break down is our locations and our actual descriptions of those. So this is going to be where our location is. You're going to have two options. You're either going to have INT, which stands for interior, or EXT, that stands for exterior. Don't get more specific than that. What I try to think about when I'm doing this is where is the camera going to be? So right now, we're in the interior of the garage. The door is open, so technically there's exterior there, but I would write this as interior garage. And then we just need to know what time of day it is. Is it day, night, dusk, dawn? You can be as specific as you want here, but usually it's just day, night. If it really is important to you to have sunset or sunrise, then go ahead and put that in there. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start explaining what this location is. So I'm interior school day, the bell rings, the sound of students fill the halls outside the room. I'm giving you some actual visual description to be able to understand what's going on outside. So if I was in here, interior garage day, the sounds of the cars driving by, the light shifts, whatever's important to you in your story, now is the time to get it on the page. You'll see as we keep going through here, there is going to be a teachers in all caps, which allows me as the reader to be able to know that this is the first time that I've ever seen this character. If I had another teacher, I might want to put teacher 2, teacher 3. I might want to actually give them names. That's up to you. In this scenario here, the teacher didn't talk, so I just wanted you to know that there was a teacher in the room. And I gave them a little description here. Rearrange the chairs in a semicircle. For my teacher, it wasn't important to tell you what they're wearing, things like that. If that is important in your story, just like here where it says student 1, so student 1, I wanted you to know they're around 12 years old. They have a blue backpack, jeans, and a polo for attire, a basic school uniform. That gives you as the reader, you're starting to kind of visualize what's going on. And then student 1 starts to talk. So this is going to be our dialogue. So dialogue is going to happen right here. So we have locations, time. This is going to be our description of the location, and then our actual dialogue, and this is our characters. So this is the same student 1 that is right here. Whenever you put your characters and you lay them out, they will be in all caps. You'll see here in a second that the program is going to do that for us. And then what are we doing today? Very, very basic dialogue. Remember, writing is rewriting. Don't worry so much about your dialogue right now. Let's just get your script written. The teacher, as you'll see, I didn't capitalize this the second time in the round. And the reason I didn't capitalize it the second time around is because it's the same teacher that was up here. So you're starting to get the flow here. If I would have had another teacher, I might say, another teacher enters the room, and I would put that in all caps. Student 1 continues. So now you know that this is the same student talking here that is talking here. So what are we doing today? We would cut to here. We would cut back to this student. I know what you're going to say. And so this is based off of a real conversation that I had multiple times with students when I first started teaching. A lot of them don't look at the board or look at what we're doing for the day. And so they ask the same questions. And I wrote this little script. So with the student 1, this is the same person here. So we're coming down. What we'll see here is the students, or the teacher smirks and continues to arrange the chairs. The student has yet to see the whiteboard. There is a little typo in here, and I leave this in here to see if you've actually noticed, but up here at the morning, it says a whiteboard with something written on it. If this is very specific for your audience to know exactly what's written on that whiteboard, then you should write that right there. So if my specific line or whatever that was on there and I wanted to say movie day, or I wanted to say test day, or whatever I wanted to put on there, I would write that up there as well. So for this one, I left it a little blank. It's also to just make sure new screenwriting students are noticing the specificity of what's going on. So student 1 sits down, opens their tablet to see what the agenda is, where the other students enter the room. And then we have some new students. We have student 2, we have student 3, and we have student 4. And before they can speak, they see the whiteboard, and the student 4 screams out almost the same time as student 1, movie day, yes. This is called dual dialogue. So this is dual dialogue. And basically what that means is these two characters will be speaking at the exact same time. So if you had a group of people, you could also say all students, you could make a new character. These were just two students that were doing it that noticed it while the third and fourth student didn't notice it. So you'll have that kind of being there. And then you'll see the sound of DVD case cracks open at the same time student 5 enters. We know now that we've learned that this is in all caps, so this is another new student. We also know that all these students are about 12 years old. They're in school uniforms. They come in here, student 5 comes in and goes, "What are we doing today?" You might already see a typo in there. This is student 5. Student 2 didn't ever say anything, so I made another mistake in there. We can always rewrite, that's totally fine. So now that we know how everything is broken down, we have our locations, our time, our dialogue, our description, our slug lines, which are just the actual school up here. And so we have all of this information that we can work with. If this tutorial was helpful and informative to you, then I would be honored if you would share this with others, like, subscribe, all those kind of things. If there's something I left out that would be helpful, I can go into a further deeper dive, just drop a comment below. Also check out bronsoncreative.us. I have a lot of free templates over there, including an ebook that will help you with structuring out your first project, especially if it's becoming overwhelming. You can also check out my films there. You can buy them, rent them, all those kind of things. So I appreciate you stopping by. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time.